Am I the a-hole for telling my fiance I don't want my Temu engagement ring? Pause. Who's buying a Temu engagement ring? That's crazy. My 27F fiance, 29M, proposed to me a few weeks ago. It caught me completely by surprise, but we've been together for 3 years and things have been going great. So I was really excited and said yes. I really liked the ring when I first saw it, and my friends and family all think it is stunning. It's an oval cut with diamonds across the band. I asked where he got it and he wouldn't tell me where, but that he got a great deal on it. I didn't think anything of it until yesterday. We were in bed and I asked him if it was diamond or moissanite, mainly out of curiosity. I don't have a preference BTW. He said he didn't know and would have to look it up. When I glanced over at his phone, he was in the Temu app. I asked him if he got it from there, and he didn't respond. So I asked again, and he responded with something like, "Does it matter?" and left the room and ended up sleeping on the couch. Yo, that seems kinda super defensive, doesn't it? I spent all night so confused. Today, I decided to download the app and look up my ring, and I found one that looks identical. I found the exact ring, and it's listed for $38. I am mad. He makes good money, $200K per year, and I feel like he could have shelled out some money for a ring better than one on Temu. Am I the a-hole for telling him I don't want it? Girl, let me tell you straight up, you are not the villain here. I mean, he's pulling in $200K a year, and he thought it was cute to drop $38 on Temu for a ring? Oh, sweetheart, no. It's not even about the price tag, it's about the effort and thought behind it. You didn't ask for a Cartier crown, but at least something that says, I put my heart into this, not I snagged it on sale between a kitchen gadget and some random socks. Now, when he hit you with that, does it matter? That's where I really started snapping my fingers. Oh yes, it does, honey. It matters because this is a ring that's supposed to symbolize a lifetime commitment. If he's cutting corners on something as important as that, I'd be questioning what else he's half-assing. It's not even about the ring itself. It's about the respect and transparency in the relationship. So no, you're not the bad guy for telling him you don't want it. You deserve something that makes you feel special. I'd say sit him down, lay it out like the boss you are, and let him know. This isn't about being shallow. It's about setting a standard for how you want to be treated. And girl, you are worth more than $38. The poster later said, "Okay, I'm not mad that the diamonds are not real, but I worry about the quality of the ring because I imagine my engagement ring to at least be sturdy. It's fine for now, but I have a hard time believing it'll last longer than a year if it's $38 on Temu." A comment replied and said, "Not the a-hole because that thing might turn your finger green. He's lucky you don't have a sensitivity to fake metals like some do. He makes good money but bought a $38 ring. Is he cheap with other things where this discount shopping isn't a new thing for him and he's just an all-around penny pincher?" My first thought was, did he not spend the money because he doesn't want or expect this to last? Later on, OP posted an update that said, he says if the ring breaks, he will replace it, but didn't say it'd be higher quality. I have people messaging me that the ring could be harmful to my health, and that Temu has horrible standards for their jewelry and labor issues, so now I really don't want to wear it. He left and went to his brother's house. Usually I'd go with him, but things are just tense. Am I the a-hole for telling him I still don't want it? And then finally a commenter asked, kind of tough because had you not found out it was from Temu, would you be upset? And the OP said, to be honest, if I hadn't found out it was from Temu, I probably wouldn't be upset. But when it inevitably breaks or tarnishes, the truth would come out. Now that I know it has completely changed how I feel about the ring, even if it aesthetically doesn't look too bad. Exactly, girl, you nailed it. It's not about the fact that it looks nice right now. It's about knowing that it's probably going to fall apart or turn into a tarnished mess, and then what? You'd be left with disappointment down the road. Now that you know where it's from, the whole thing feels different because the ring's quality and his effort don't match the commitment. And if this ring is supposed to be a symbol of forever, it shouldn't feel like it's got an expiration date. Trust your gut. You deserve something that makes you feel proud inside and out. Not like you're waiting for it to break. Story 2. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister's family live in my house after they sold theirs for a dream vacation? So I, 32M, own a modest 3-bedroom house that I've been paying off for the last 10 years. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine, and I'm proud of it. My sister, 29F, and her husband, 31M, are the typical free-spirited types. They've always talked about quitting the rat race, living life to the fullest, all that. Well, a few months ago, they finally did it. They sold their house during a booming market thinking the profit would fund a year-long break to travel. They believed they could stretch the money by traveling cheaply, staying in hostels or Airbnbs, and getting by with occasional odd jobs. At first, they stayed in nicer places and ate out a lot, thinking they had plenty of cushion, but within 2 months, they were out of money. They underestimated how quickly expenses would pile up, especially with two young kids, 7F and 5M, to feed and care for. Now that their funds are drained, they've decided to stop full-time travel, but don't want to settle down yet. Instead, they asked to live with me, rent-free, for the next 10 months while they figure things out. They say they'll still try to take some occasional trips if they find super cheap deals, but for the most part, they want to stay at my house. I told them no, my house isn't big enough. I don't want the disruption, and I certainly don't think it's fair for them to live off me because their plan failed. I offered to help them find an affordable rental or even cover part of their expenses for a couple of months so that they could get back on their feet. But that wasn't enough. My sister blew up at me, calling me selfish and accusing me of being jealous of their adventurous lifestyle. To make it worse, my parents are siding with her, saying that family should help family and that I'm being too rigid. Thing is, my parents live in a small apartment and can't take in my sister's family, which is probably why they're pushing it on me. They say I don't understand the value of experiences and that I should be more supportive. Some of our mutual friends are also saying I should be more understanding, but I think it's completely unreasonable to expect me to house their whole family for nearly a year just because they didn't plan properly. Dude, that's nuts. The top comment says, tell them you don't value the experience of having freeloaders in your house indefinitely, not the a-hole. The next comment is great. Financial screw-ups, check. Parents on side of financial screw-ups, check. Mutual friends on side of financial screw-ups, check. Parents can upsize. Mutual friends can accommodate. You are under zero obligation to fund their financial screw-ups. What do you guys think? Comment below. And then finally, these two comments. Then they should value the experience of homelessness. And OP should tell them, sorry, I'm selling my house to go travel the world. Oh, please. You are definitely not the asshole here. Your sister and her husband thought they were starring in some Instagram influencer fantasy, sold their house, and now expect you to play the part of their safety net? Absolutely not. They made their bed or sold it apparently, so now they need to figure out where they're gonna lie. It's beyond ridiculous that they blew through their money in a couple of months and now they're looking to crash at your place like it's some kind of extended Airbnb for freeloaders. They're not asking for a little help to get back on track. They want to live rent-free for 10 months while they still try to go on their little adventures. Excuse me? Sounds like they need a reality check, not a free pass. As for your parents and those mutual friends pushing you to be more supportive, they're not the ones being asked to play house with a whole family for nearly a year. They can sit down. Family helps family, sure, but not when they're being reckless and expecting you to clean up their mess. You're not selfish, you're sane. Keep your boundaries solid because this isn't about you being jealous. It's about you refusing to let them treat you like a free hotel with zero consequences. They gambled and lost. That's not your problem. Stand your ground. What do you guys think? Have you been through something like either of these two people before? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching all the way. You're beautiful.